Okay, so I figured you guys wanted to see a collection of. I'm gonna do my knife collection for you. I don't want to talk a lot about each one, but I'll do a little bit on talk a little bit about each one. It'll be a longer video, but I won't talk too much about each one individually, just enough. It'll be. I have a lot, so I'll try and go through it rather quickly. Um, so I'll start out with actually this one here. This one, you guys see this all over the place. This is the Victorinox Victorinox Classic Sd, and you see these all over. Um, you see these all over. You got your knife blade. This is fully open. You got tweezers and toothpicks on the other side. 58 millimeters. You got a nail file, a screwdriver, a blade, and a pair of scissors. These go on keychains and car keys and stuff like that all the time. But I just sort of have mine just as is. All right. Next, actually, sort of close to me. This is my very first Victorinox. This is the Spartan, and this is an interesting one. This is from Germany, and that's in German. That says Munich loves you 850 years. If you want to pause that, and you can sort of Google translate that. But this is the Spartan. It's got your can opener, bottle opener, both blades. What's sort of nice about the 91 millimeters, even if this is a two-layer, to add to its already multi-tool basis, is that the 91 millimeter frame actually, with both, assuming it has both blades, actually doubles as a measuring device. And what I mean by that is this is actually exactly 20 centimeters from tip to tip. So, if you just so all the 91 millimeters, as long as they feature both the pen blade and the large blade, it'll always be 20 centimeters across. So, which is nice. And of course, you got your corkscrew to sort of untie knots, or of course open wine, most commonly. And then you got your awl, and you got your sewing eye. So that was my first one. I got that when I was like 11 or 12 maybe, or maybe somewhere in there, somewhere from 11 to 13, I feel like, somewhere in that realm. I was just a young kid. So that was my very first one. The other one is exactly the same, another Spartan, but this one's in the classic red. This is a much newer one, but still the same Spartan. Let's see, this one is the Victorinox Super Tinker, and the American flag Celador scales. The reason it's a Super Tinker is because you get two tools that the original Tinker doesn't have. You get the multi-purpose hook and a pair of scissors with it, which is nice. And this is a three-layer tool. Again, you also do get your large blade and your pen blade. So on top of having two cutting instruments, you also have a measuring device too. So, and your key ring, tweezers, toothpick. It's just really good size, really portable. See, this one I'm not really sure the name of this one. This is an older one. This was actually, I found this in a kitchen drawer at the condo in Florida, at our condo in Florida, and it wasn't really used all that much, so I decided to take it back home. But this is basically a Huntsman without the multi-purpose hook. So you got the corkscrew and the awl. Now the reason I know that this isn't a newer one, well, look, I mean the scales, but it's hard to, if I can get the print to work. Well, it says on the tang, Victorinox Switzerland stainless rust free, and they quit using that, and the bottle opener doesn't have a half stop, so, which is fine. It just means it's an older model. But and then the next one I have actually is a Huntsman. It's a newer one, and you know, it does have the multi-purpose hook. And I do try and keep, it's nice because I do try and keep all this, all these blades sharp. You know, it's got the saw, it's got the scissors, bottle opener, can opener. You know, it's a good. All right, so there's that. And then I won't even open all the tools on this one, but this one here is my Swiss Champ. It's an 8-layer tool. I didn't really get a sheath with it or nothing, like a pouch. But yeah, this is a thick tool. It's perfect though. It's a great tool. That's my Swiss Champ. The next one is my Cyber tool, 41 millimeters XL or something like that. Again, this is another 8-layer tool. Again, I won't really even go through it, but I like the scales on it. You know, it's nice translucent blue color. It's really pretty. These are expensive too. And this will be my last Victorinox that I own. Comes in a nice sheath here, and let's see, it's embossed, you know, the Wine Master. This one comes in an olive tree wood. It's very pretty. And this is the only Victorinox I actually own where the blade locks. And it unlocks by depressing the shield on the front. I've never actually sharpened it, but it's still very sharp. And of course it's called the Victorinox Wine Master because, of course, that corkscrew. Now it comes with it a 2-step lever. So if I can show you. So this portion right here where my middle finger is, that's one lever, and then of course this here is the second lever, so it's a 2-step lever. And right there is a bottle opener. And then for the tops of the, you know, to take the foil off of the foil tops off of the top of the wine bottle, gives you a nice little foil cutter to remove the foil. So very handy device. It'd be like make a great picnic knife. You know, if you want to go out for a picnic, you know, cut your meats, your cheeses, sort of what that's good for. Again, this is another expensive, very expensive piece of kit here too, unfortunately, but still very good to have. My next one, this is not a Victorinox. It's still a multi-tool like Victorinox though, like Victorinox style. I'm not going to open this one, but this, my parents got me. A lot of these, my parents got me or I bought myself coming up. But this is a multi-tool, sort of. Maybe it was like a souvenir from a gift shop in Czech Republic. They went to the Czech Republic or whatever and brought home this multi-tool for me. Yeah, just a nice little tool, nice little souvenir. Have I used it ever for anything? No. I'm not sure how well the actual tools would hold up. So, but I just sort of keep it as a decoration, so, which is fine. The next one I believe I bought myself, and this is actually a kit, a 3-set kit. First one is just a single blade, very, very small offering. Yep, just a nice single little blade there. And this is not genuine stag. It's just it's fake jigged, but its handles are nice. I mean, so for what it is, it's fine. And it actually has like a half stop too. So that's nice, little degree of safety. Okay. The next one, this is the next one in this set. This is a nice little jackknife. And I like the long pull on the clip blade. So you got your main clip blade there. Okay, your main clip blade. And then you got your secondary blade, or maybe your spade. And the back springs are nice. For what it is, it's got pretty good fit and finish. Nice closure. It's solid. Okay, that's the jackknife in the set. This is the large one in the set. This is the Stockman pattern. So you got your master. Nice polish on there too. I'd say this is probably a maybe 2 3/4 inch blade, and then you got probably a 2 inch. The rest of the blades are 2 inch. Your sheep's foot, and then you got your 2 inch spade blade. It's got good walk and talk. Sort of got a nice serpentine S shape there. It's a nice one. It's a nice pattern. Okay, next one will be a Stockman. This is a buck 371. Got this at a Walmart. 371 typically comes with some sort of wood scales, but this one happens to be some sort of like Zytel. So here's your master. This is a large Stockman. I can grab a hold of it with all 4 fingers. So it's a larger Stockman. It's still nice. And on the tang, you'll see, if I can get it to clear up, focus maybe. What I like about buck knives is they have a dating system on their tang stamp. So you'll see that little symbol next to 371. If you look it up on their website, I think they have a way you can tell what year your particular knife was made. This one happens to be a 2014 model. All right. Let's see the next buck I own, or that I should say care to show, is what's called the Buck 373 Trio, another Stockman. This one features Coca-Cola wood scales, and I like those polished bolsters. It's got a good weight to it. It's small. It's a really, really good everyday knife. And if you can see, this one, I don't know if it'll focus again. This one was made in 2021, so, you know, brand new. This one features 3 blades. Obviously, it's a Stockman. There's your sheep's foot. And then your spay. The spays that Buck uses, the tip is quite high, but that's just the way they do them. And I believe, I don't know I can't say they do this with all their patterns, but they actually use pins. They pin their logo in, I believe, and these bolsters are actually pinned in. So, and the back spring, stainless steel back spring. It's got really good walk and talk. You know, it's just a really good sort of everyday workhorse. It'd just be perfect. It's a nice clip there. And for me, I can comfortably get 3 fingers on it. Typically when I try and use it, I'll sort of use it like that, if you will. Cut whatever I need to cut. It's got good closure. It's a great blade. Great knife. Okay, so those are my Buck knives. Here's my other Stockman. This is quite a small one. I don't really think this has a brand name. I got this at like a souvenir shop in Arizona. And I think these handles are some kind of turquoise. Some kind of I got it because of its unique handle and its unique size. I like it, or just its small size and its unique handle. You know, and you got your clip blade there, very small knife, but I like it. It's, you know, be perfect, you know, Sunday go to church knife or something. And your sheep's foot there, and your spay. So it's got good weight to it. It's a very small knife. Okay. Let's see. Now this next one is very important, very personal to me. I've had this one for years and years. I mean, a lot of these I've had for years and years. This one my grandfather gave me. He must have used this when he was when he was working or something, when he was doing his career. So, yeah, I'm never going to sell that. It's a Zippo. I think it's a Zippo knife. It says, First Akron Fabricating. Who knows how many years, you know, he gave this to me years and years ago, and who knows how many years old that is, or how long he's even had it since then. And this is another Swiss Army styled knife. You know, the words are very it's hard to read it, but at one point it said strength for the journey, I believe. But the blades on here are very dull, so I just more or less have it as a decoration. The next one, you're going to like this one. This one's a tiny, tiny one. I believe that's 2 inches closed. And from tip, fully opened, this is, I don't even think this is 3 inches fully opened. I can get 2 fingers on here comfortably, 2-finger knife, and it's a 1.1 inch blade, tiny guy. A lot of people will put this on their car keys or use it as a necklace. Again, sort of like that classic SD from Victorinox, I just use it as is. And I have another one of these in the box, so I have 2 of these. But, you know, no point in showing the same one twice. Now we're going to head into my case collection, case knives, or so-called the WR Case and Sons. This is my first case knife. This is the peanut pattern, their peanut style, and what they're using for their steel, they call it their true sharp surgical stainless steel. Really, it's 440. It's 440 like HC, but it sharpens up very well, and it's got really good corrosion resistance qualities to it. And this handle is I think on their website it's called Blue Rogers Corn Cob Jigged. Now, I do want to point something out. The fit and finish Case is known for, it really is second to none. This one's very old, a very old one. Well, I should specify by very old I mean, because much like Buck, how they date their knives, Case does the same, except they have a different pattern, a different style, a way they date theirs, with X's and dots. So this one is a 2013. And I love the peanut pattern because each blade, well, first of all, I love it for this reason. So when I hold it like this, you can sort of tell the master dips down. Say, that looks odd. It does dip down. That's because it presents the blade in a downward motion, perfect for cutting tasks. So that has good qualities. And the spay also has a half stop. So not only is that nice, it's heavy. It's got good weight to it too. It's just a good degree of safety. You know, it's just a perfect size, just a perfect everyday knife. So, and this is the way I always like to display them. I like to go like that. That's why I always like to display them. Okay. So I actually have I collect that pattern actually. The next one is another peanut pattern from Case. This one, the 2014. If you can tell, right there, it actually says Christmas on it. And I don't know if you can see on the master blade, it says WR Case and Sons with like a little mistletoe filigree. So nice touch there. And you can see here you got brass liners, very nicely polished. Back springs are very nice. It's a great blade. Again, this is their true sharp surgical stainless steel, made in USA. Let's see. I'll go down the line here. The next one is actually a tiny trapper. Tiny trapper. This is natural bone. This one actually has a etching on the master blade. This one is a Bible verse. I'm sorry, it was Matthew verse 4:19. And if anyone is slightly religious, or Catholic, I should say, or Christian or Catholic, that's a Bible verse, and that's just, I think it was like, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. So it's got a little fish there. It's a great blade. It's quite a small blade, but very useful. Another peanut pattern. And this one, if you couldn't already tell, this is another type of steel Case uses. They call it the chrome vanadium steel, which actually holds an edge better than their true sharp stainless steel. This has better edge retention qualities than that, and it sort of takes on its own patina. As you can see, mine already did. So it looks like it gives off the look that you've carried it for years and years. It's kind of nice, you know. And this is, the handle scales are what's called yellow synthetic Delrin or something like that. Again, same quality, very nice fit and finish. And some people like to close these blades to see if the blades are centered. I'm not going to do it with these ones, but just know that these are very well centered. I'm going to leave it like this though. But so that's another Case peanut. And this one will be my last peanut style pattern from Case. This one's my newest one. Look at that. White pearl. Oh, I'm sorry, forgot to mention on two of them, my Tiny Trapper. This one is made in 2014. So it's a 2014. Much like the Christmas peanut I shown earlier. And the yellow Delrin one with the chrome vanadium steel is a 2018 year. And my white pearl peanut has a different font there on the tang. That is a 2020 Case peanut, white pearl. And the last one I own, this is the last Case I own. This is their small Stockman pattern. This is a 2021. Again, this is with their true sharp surgical stainless steel. Very pretty. And very nicely polished. Nice bolsters, nice squared off bolsters. Everything's just very, very well made. I love Case. Okay. Moving on. This one comes in a box. This one says Red Fox. And the rest of these, maybe not the rest of these knives, most of the rest of these knives I'm going to show are locking knives. This one, I don't know how old this one is. I just know I've had this one for a long, long time. And I like that it comes in a presentation box. This one is a liner lock, as you can see. So that needs to be pushed. This needs to be pushed that way to close it. I think this one features a 2-inch blade. You got the label on the handle and on the master blade. Well, it's only featuring one blade. It's got a good weight to it too. I don't very often use this knife. I sharpened it though recently, so just to make sure it's back up to cutting edge performance. And this does sharpen very, very well. This sharpens up very well. So there's that. Again, a lot of these knives don't get a lot of use. They mainly just sit in a drawer. So okay, so that's my Red Fox. This one, some of these are a gift. This one here happens to be this one happens to be a gift. This is a Winchester lockback. This is also many years old as well. And the lock still works. It's got tight tolerances too. So the lock still works. I'm not going to force it, but yeah, I think I've had this one since I was in middle school. Very, very old. Let's see, this one also very old, probably about the same age as that last one. This one's a souvenir from a gift shop I got when I was, couldn't tell, in the Grand Canyon. I went to the Grand Canyon. So this is like another Swiss Army styled multi-tool. I'm not going to open it all the way, but I've never actually used the tools on here. But for its age, it's aged quite well. Just because I just haven't really ever used the tools, so I couldn't really speak to how functional it is. This one I got years ago. This one has my name etched into the handle. I don't think there's anything on the back, and this is a lockback design. And yes, the lock works well. It doesn't have any play. It's made in China, but I can get all 4 fingers on it comfortably. It's got a good grip there, very ergonomic. It's a good blade, a good knife. This is a much more newer one, as of last year. This one also has my name engraved into the handle. It's got nice bolsters, and it's Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. It's a nice knife, made in China, but still very nice. This is heavy, well, because it's probably all stainless steel bolsters. You know, it's a lot of metal on there. Which brings us to the last one I'm going to show. This one is my very first ever knife I've owned. It's a tiny little multi-tool. It's just one of those like $10, $11 Cabela multi-tools. And boy, I thought this was the coolest thing. I was 10 years old, maybe 11 years old, and having a real knife, like a real knife at that age was like the coolest thing. I think this is very dull, but so that was, my first knife. So, which is fine. It's cool. You got that. It comes with a screwdriver. If I can get it out. Screwdriver there. What do you got? Bottle opener. By the way, the bottle opener doesn't even work. Oddly enough, I tried it. It doesn't work. And the saw comes with a saw as well, which I don't really think that works either. But just, and this has a flashlight, but I don't think that works either anymore. It died out years ago. So I think that's everything. I don't think I have anything else to really show. Well, I mean, I still have more knives, but that's just all that I was going to show. So, oh wait, I think she wanted me to show my pocket watches, I think, and my compasses. Okay. Yeah, just some other things, a couple other things. This is my compass. One of those like sort of beginner compasses. It works fine. Got a nice lanyard to hang around your neck. Oh, it's got a little magnifying glass there to, I think, help you magnify a map. Let's see, and I have a couple other compasses. I'm not going to show everything. I'm just going to go through it real quick. This is more of a, pocket compass. This one actually you can sort of read, has a luminous hand there to read in low light conditions. It's kind of like a vintage style, which I like. And this, of course, is able to turn. So, and I have one more the exact same way, or the exact same one. I have two of these. And I have one more. So I'll show the other one because let's see, get that in there. Get that in there. Okay. Now if I can get the other one, that'd be nice. This is actually my first compass. This is very old. I've had this since I was a kid too. This is a brass compass. And this one actually, so this is its case. And what's sort of nice about it is when you open it, it sort of has a little story there. Sort of has a little story, tells about it. Okay. All right. So I'll close that up. And I'll go through I don't have a lot of these, so I'll try and keep it brief. This is my pocket watch. This is a Russian one. I have a couple Russian ones actually, but this is one of them. This is what they call a guinea hen. That's a guinea hen on the front. And on the back, you got fern trees. Fern trees and pine cones. And if you open it on the front, got luminous hands and hour markers, so you can read in low light. And it's in Russian. Okay, so there's that. This is my other Russian pocket watch. This is about as old as I am, if not older. On the front, and this is solid gold. This is the front. And then on the back, you got a depiction of St. Petersburg written in Russian. And this is the inside. Okay. The hands are not luminous, but still very nice. It's a very heavy watch. Quite heavy. Okay, so that's an heirloom. I'm not going to ever sell that one. Not that I'd sell anything, but again, this one was a gift here from my grandparents years ago. It's engraved. And this one allows you to see the inner workings of the mechanism. I think they got this from a store called Things Remembered. So, okay. And then the next one I'll show is one I bought myself. This is more of a sort of a steampunk design. And you can, it's, you know, sort of see-through. You can see the back there. Okay. And I guess since I'm doing this anyway, I'll show you the next one. The next one does not work. It used to. It's sort of got, it's a half hunter, but this one, it's broken. It doesn't work anymore. Like when I wind it, it doesn't work, but anyway, so there's no use in trying to, also, I mean, but you still always want to close it, you know, by depressing the crown first. Closing it that way so you can keep the latch at least intact. So that one doesn't work anymore. That one's broken. And this one was a gift from my sister. I don't remember if it was for my maybe it was my birthday or something like that. This is another half hunter design. You can tell the time through the glass, or you can open it and view the time from there. Probably the way it's supposed to look. You view it that way. And then you can still see the inner workings on the back of the watch as well. Okay, I think that's all I have to show. So if she wants me to show anything else, fine with me. But that's all that I have to show. So I guess until next time.